I'm about to hit go live. Oh, we're live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Eat Sleep Sixers. That was, I have to say, one of the most entertaining games I've seen in a while. I wasn't expecting that. It gave me vibes of when we played the Celtics shorthanded early in the season, and it was a super close game. It was a lot of fun. Can you send this to Carl?
Oh yeah, I can.
All right.
Yeah, this is a tough loss, but I'm not gonna lie. I agree with you, Jen. Like it gave me good feels. I mean, they fought. The guys that was out there fought. They didn't Denver didn't walk away from this like, oh, all right, we did what we had to do. We won. Blah blah blah. They like, damn, we had to go win this one. Like so. I still think that we put, I don't want to say put the league on notice, but the league knows that, all right, it's more than just Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, Day Anthony Melton, Robert Covington, all of the whole injury report. We showed that we are a complete team and we can't compete with anybody. We can't compete with anybody.
Absolutely. I'm with you, Larry Love. I enjoyed this game. I enjoyed watching Pat Bev out there. I am a Pat Bev stan. I said it.
I'm telling you,
I
that's
said
he
it.
my favorite Sixer right now. I always got my favorite player on the team is always like the most random person. Like my favorite Eagle this year was Sidney Brown. Why? Why was he my favorite? It's just I like, man. I love Pat Bev, man. What he brings to this team, and then because he was mic'd up, we got to hear him more today. So
Uh huh.
it was good to see him. It's good to have him on the squad.
How about Paul Reed?
So we don't usually do this. We don't usually do this. We don't play these type of games, like you know that. But nobody's here to stop me and Jim from doing it.
Nope.
Technically, who's gonna
Not a
stop us?
nope. Nope.
Who's gonna stop us? Go
Nobody.
ahead, Jen. Go ahead, Jen.
Well, you know who's going to have to get my flowers. I was just saying. How about
That's,
Paul Reed,
and that's why I said
everybody?
it.
Oh my God, my guy had a career high in points. He got a couple threes. He was just everywhere, man. I was real proud of Paul Reed tonight. I mean, I know he had 5 fouls, but still, I was proud of him. He did a good job.
Yo, Mister Out the Mud shot the ball
Out the
21 times.
mud.
21 times. He had the most attempts on our team.
Yeah, man.
You heard that right. Paul Reed shot the ball 21 times. It was good to see, man. I don't think Paul Reed's game today makes me less want a backup center. It doesn't make me want a
No,
backup center
no.
any less at all. I'm happy for what Paul Reed did, but I still think that's a glaring hole. But my flowers, of course, always is going to go to Pat Bev. I mean, he's just what he was the engine today. He controlled the game for the Sixers. He kept us in it. He didn't get in crazy foul trouble. He was aggressive on offense. He was a good distributor on offense. I think he played overall well. So if this would have been a win, my flowers would have gone to Pat Bev. These are just kudos. Appreciate you, Pat Bev for sure. And Kelly Oubre, thank you for showing us you still do have an offensive game.
Yes. Yes, he does. There's a couple times I thought he made a couple questionable plays when he should have like just dunked and tried to do like some kind of silly layup and it didn't work out. But for the most part, Kelly Oubre. Now, I don't know what happened to Marcus Morris in the second half. I think he just like his age maybe caught up to him or something. But he had a solid first
He
half of this
he had a
game.
he had a Tobias, old Tobias game where
Yeah,
he just get rid of it all in the first half.
he had a solid, like a he had a
Um,
I don't even wanna say solid, he had a stellar first game.
can
He
we
was
can we address this from Milk? Because I've been talking about this
yeah,
all year.
I don't know, well, first of all, I know that he's sick because he said it last time, so but and they don't give him the ball. Like, he only took 1 shot.
I feel like he's a limited offensive player when Embiid's not out there because it's very rare for him to just be open when Embiid's not out there. You know what I mean? Most of
He
his
was in the
buckets.
corner open a couple times. Nobody gives I mean, not a couple times, a bunch of times, and no one gives him the ball, and he's like a catch, and he doesn't even bring it down, man. He's just a catch and shoot.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Let's not forget Morris was a game time decision. So For him to have given us that much in the first half, that was a good point. I didn't even see who put that up there. I forgot. It's gone already. But I do agree with that. Morris was a game time decision. So the fact that he was even able to give us 17 and still play 33 minutes
Yeah, he played a
is
lot of minutes
huge.
up there in the Mile High City. I don't know, Batum. I don't know what. I think he's still sick, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I think there was no way we were winning this game, but what the heck? We gave up one hell of a fight, and it was worth it.
We fought, man. Like, think about it. Before the game, we were saying when we found out that Joe wasn't playing, we was like, "Damn, we gotta watch this." It was a good
Uh huh.
watch. It was
Uh
a good
huh.
watch.
And you know why it was a good watch? You One of the main reasons why it was a good watch.
Why is that?
Nick Nurse.
It's a good point, man. This isn't the Sixers team of old. While I was watching it, I want to say like with 4 minutes or so left in the fourth quarter, I was like, "Yo, this team just already they embody that Philly fight. Like they just not gonna give up just because y'all wait." Don't get me wrong, Denver without our stars is way better than us, but we're not gonna just get y'all a win. We're not gonna just hand it to y'all. And I can appreciate how they fought tonight, man. People in different type of roles. Paul Reed played 42 minutes.
All right.
Paul Reed played 42 minutes in Denver. You know how hard it is to breathe in Denver? Yeah. Like, I can appreciate the fight that this team gave tonight. Am I happy with the loss? Not at all. Do I take any type of moral victory? No. But you know what? This isn't one of the ones I'll go in the locker room and start yelling. If I was a coach, I wouldn't go in the locker room and start yelling at all. But back to the drawing board, we just got to get healthy. We got to get healthy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm sorry to everybody in the chat, but that chat was going by real fast, so I missed most of y'all. But thank you
Yeah, it was
for
a lot
joining
going.
us today. Um, uh, we talked a lot about pluses. There's one kind of glaring issue that I have, and that is still with Jaden Springer. And I still don't think he's an NBA player. My man was in there for 7 minutes, had 3 fouls.
That's a lot of fouls for 7 minutes.
I mean, every time I felt like every time the ball was in his hand, he was doing something crazy, turning it over, get fouled. I don't know, man. He is not an NBA player.
Cork Miles and Springer.
Korkmaz, I pick Korkmaz.
Okay,
You mean to
okay.
be on the team, or
Well,
who's
what?
worse?
Who would you pick to be on the team?
Oh, yeah, Korkmaz. Korkmaz had a pretty damn good shot tonight. Did you see that three? He
Yeah.
had a pretty good three tonight. I was kind of like, whoa, Korkmaz of old.
Why not, Huff? Why do you say what? Like, what
Oh,
evidence do
Huff
you
is
have?
pissed, by the way.
What evidence do you have? I believe in this team till there's no time left on the clock and we lost 4 games in the playoffs. Like, I believe that this is just a different Philadelphia 76ers team. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong. We could lose in the second round and I could eat my words, but right now, the feel that I have behind these guys that's on this roster, as well as the front office, as well as the coaching staff, I really believe that we might be all right, man. And again, I'm not going to say the words you said. Pending health, if Embiid is healthy, man, playing the way he's playing now, we could beat anybody.
Oh my, well, of course. And cheers to the Nuggets fans for your classiness. Cheers to you.
You look,
Way to
Embiid
go.
knew Embiid was in the back and he could have stayed back there, but he knew if he came out there what was gonna happen. He did it anyway. I like that he took it head on. I knew they're gonna give him hell, but I was getting tired of JJ and Richard Jefferson and them talking about it like he was really ducking. Like, come on, yo. Like,
I think JJ was at least being diplomatic about it. Richard Jefferson was pretty much just flat out
yeah.
call
It's
calling
like
it.
it's like I hate I now I won't say I hate because I actually have grown to like them a little bit. K and Allah sometimes can get annoying, but today for some reason, like I won't even say today. On nationally televised games, you hear what people really feel about us, and you be like, "Damn, like why? Like what's up? Why
Uh-huh.
y'all got problems with us? Like what we do?" And it's like, is the process is the stench of the process still lingering a little bit? Is that why the league, like people around the league, just still don't give us the type of respect we deserve? But I mean, have we earned it? We haven't been out the second round.
No, you're right. But Richard Jefferson, I mean, I tell you a lot that I watch NBA today, or at least I is that yeah, well, at least I try. And he doesn't like Embiid. He doesn't like the Sixers. He's never has a nice thing to say about us. So
Mhm.
I don't know. Who was I don't know. I don't think the refs were that bad tonight. That was not a glaring
Yeah,
issue
it
to me.
wasn't glaring to me. I mean, you could have been watching it with different eyes, though, Prince. I was so locked in on the fact that we was actually in the game.
I know.
Maybe wasn't even paying attention if the refs was bad. Yeah, I was definitely surprised. This was definitely a surprising game from the Sixers. I mean, outside of Batum, I feel like I got everything I wanted out of everybody. Marcus Morris gave me 17. Paul Reed gave me way more than I wanted. Pat Bev gave me slightly under because I thought he was going to have like a 25-point game. But when you look at his box score and what he affected the game, 17 and 11, I mean, he was the point guard today, and he showed it. And Kelly Oubre showed us he had offense again. KJ Martin played some slightly good defense on Joker. I don't like that matchup, but I mean, when he had to guard him, I mean, he did okay.
How about Kelly Oubre should never, ever, ever be on Nikola Jokic. What was that? I was just like, oh my god,
It's
this man could blow you over.
the bad thing it is about this team. So I will say it's a glaring weakness, and it's obviously the thing that I say we need to address. But when you think about it, we can't switch on that type of big. Nobody on this roster outside of Embiid can probably hold him. So
Uh-uh.
if you wind up getting a switch where Oubre goes, let's not forget Oubre is our small forward, yo. Like when it's all said and done, he can be our small forward at one point when Melton's back. So I mean, most small forwards feel comfortable switching on a 4 or 5. We're just a small team, yo.
Yeah.
Outside of the big, we don't have many people that. Now, don't get me wrong. Outside of that 5, I think we could switch 1 through 4 at a lot of other teams. But it's just that center position. If that happens to be a switch, defense got to be locked in as a team.
Yeah, seriously. Whew. Uh-oh, here comes somebody.
You know he was coming. If
Where's
if,
this
if,
guy
if
at?
Paul Reed have a good game, you know who going to show up. You know who going to show up.
What's going on, family? What's
How
going
you
on, family?
doing?
I will say this. A part of me is proud, very proud. A little part of me is disgusted by the NBA and the referees tonight. You know, you got a player like Joker, who's a MVP player of his own right. You know, these guys are at full health. They did not need their help to win this game. And I feel like the free throw deficiency in the fourth quarter,
Carl, but you do have to understand with Tyrese Maxey out,
right,
Tobias Harris out, Joel Embiid out,
right.
how many free throws, how aggressive are we going to the rack anyway? Like, I mean, what do we have that you think we deserved more free throws
I'm
when
gonna put
we
it.
when we got that type of team? I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
When we got the team that we put out there today, I don't expect to be good on the boards. I don't expect to be good. I don't expect to have a high number of free throw attempts, like stuff like that. I just wasn't looking for today. I got
I
everything else I wanted.
I hear
But
you.
I
I
didn't
hear you.
expect us to be like dominant on the boards or dominant points in the paint or anything or
Once
rebound.
a- Once again, this is coming from a brother who worked today. I came in on the fourth quarter. Okay, when I came in, tight knit game. You know, seesaw back and forth, and what's obvious to me, the refs handed them free
I was
throws towards
they
the end of
missed
this game.
they missed a lot of them.
They missed
I'm
them.
I'm
Thank
not
goodness for
I
that,
don't
man.
blame
They were terrible.
I don't blame 6 point losses on referees. Six
They
point losses.
caught they
Only thing
called
that I blame
Embiid
the
a
referee.
flopper. Joker is master flopper. Did you see him out there?
When
I
he got
mean,
hit in the nose, and then he was like, "Whoa!"
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
I
And
I just don't involve the refs on this loss. I
B
just don't.
B the
Yeah,
play
yeah.
went
I was Carl. Before you got on, somebody else mentioned something about the refs. I think it was Prince. I didn't notice anything with the refs
well,
being
towards the
egregious
like I
today.
said. I didn't see the whole game, so I didn't get the whole feel that you guys felt. Just off the minutes I saw from 12 minutes in the fourth quarter on, it seemed completely unbalanced. And Joker, he's an MVP, so he's going to get calls. But some of the calls he was getting, like the strip from Pat Bev, all ball, bad call. The call when they gave him the two free throws when his back was to the basket and he got hit and then shot the ball from on an awkward angle. They gave him the shot on that. It was just a few of those that was just egregious. I'm sorry.
I just don't. I just don't put it on the rest tonight. We lost to a better team tonight.
We did,
but they felt us. They didn't. They're not going to sleep comfortably tonight. Like, oh, that was an easy one. No, they had to play.
They had to feel that.
In games like this, the Sixers team this year, when we play teams that's missing this many pieces, our stars don't touch the court in the fourth quarter. They don't touch the court in the fourth quarter.
Right.
So I mean, we all right.
Great coaching.
This game doesn't even. That's what I said. This game does not even register in my mind as a loss. I'm sorry. We were down so many people. I mean, I guess whatever it technically does, but we were down so many guys that for us to come out and actually be up points in the fourth quarter started, I was kind of blown away. So, and I put my hands down at that point. I was just like, I don't care what happens in this fourth quarter.
Right.
This has been like a great game to watch. Our team showed they have so much fight in them. With the real toughness came out in this team today, and I enjoyed it.
So on that note, I'm going to do my best Andy Reid impression, because I have not seen no reports or anything like that today. It's been a busy day. Injuries. Can you guys explain the injuries? Who has what? Why?
Everybody has something.
Maxie has a twisted ankle. Joel has a knee issue. Melton's got something wrong with his back. Tobias has the illness that has been going around.
Just been going around all year long.
They just passing it from player to player.
Yep. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Kenny, whatever Lofton or whatever his name is. I don't know what's going on with him. I think Mo Bamba also has a knee. Who am I missing? Nobody?
Did you say
Covington? Covington's also got a knee.
Robert,
you just named the whole roster.
The whole roster. Robert Covington and also Embiid, of course, but Robert Covington and Melton is worrisome at this point, to me. And Melton has been dealing with this back injury on and off for most of the year. And somebody that dealt with the back injury, who the hell knows? And they're being very hush-hush about it. Where in the back? What is it? Is it a strain? Is it a lumbar strain? We don't know these things. Embiid, I don't know. It's the same knee that he injured last year. If guys can remember. So it's a reoccurring thing. Even though he's dropping 70 points on his knee, it's a thing. And he said it in the media. He's uncomfortable out there. He's playing uncomfortable, but he's doing what he has to do. My question is, if you're the Sixers organization, knowing all of this, what are you doing going towards the trade deadline to kind of protect your injured stars?
Getting a backup center.
I'm not going to keep repeating myself.
I'm just hoping Daryl will watch the show one of these days and hear it. That's why I keep saying it.
I ain't start saying it this week. I've been saying it since early on. Our need is backup center.
Big time.
I saw my boy Paul Reed, amazing game. Very happy. But that did not make me think that we still don't need a backup center.
That was my next question. Did Paul Reed solidify his spot with one career high game?
No.
He solidified himself as, a backup center. But he's not the guy who could come out. Now I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite. He's not the guy that can come out and start.
Right. If Embiid is injured. Right.
But he had a good game today. I don't know. They all were hopped up. I don't know why they were so up for this game as opposed to any other one. But
Huff,
Huff is not happy.
Do Huff just come here just to be controversial? Like,
what did he say?
He's real pissed about
the Sixers organization is trash. Then he said fake injuries.
Huff is a Knicks fan, isn't he?
I don't know, but he here every show, so you've got to be a Sixers fan.
That's big Philly. Philly. Big Philly
Oh yeah.
was
Okay.
Big Philly.
not
Okay.
happy. He was no longer a fan of the 76ers
I know
a
you
while
say
ago.
you come to be real, but after we just lost to the Denver Nuggets with no players, you're gonna say the Sixers organization is trash?
Nah.
That's your answer?
Yo, we have
For what you
arguably.
saw tonight, hold on, let me finish,
Go
Kyle.
ahead, BG. Go in.
We're
Go
gonna
in.
let you
For
finish.
Go
what
in.
you saw tonight, it makes you want to say the words, the Sixers organization is trash.
He's being a troll like your man Greg.
He's
I just
standing.
don't
He's
know.
standing
Like,
by it.
I'm
I
so
hope he's watching.
confused. Like,
Yeah, Uncle Freezy's the Knicks fan.
Okay,
Lord.
Uncle Freezy out here. Okay. It was one of them. Uncle Freezy or Hoff. I knew it was one of them. Now I know. But Hoff, you're crazy.
if this was 2K, I think the highest rated player on this roster tonight is like a 70. I think Kelly Oubre is 79. I think Kelly Oubre. So our best player was a 79. And you saying the organization is trash after we just lost by fucking 6 to the champions?
Yo, you know when I noticed that Nick Nurse, I've been knew he was that bull this year. But in this game, if you looked at the frustration on Joker's face after being fronted and double teamed in the post, time and time again, yo, Nick Nurse frustrated the hell out of him with his defensive schemes. Like what BG said, with an overall team of 69 probably tonight. Frustrated the hell out of this guy, one of the top teams in the NBA. Give him the kudos, man.
You know what I think? I think we proved that we have a star on our bench that could step right into this role. So strike while the iron's hot. Let's trade Embiid and let Paul Reed run.
I was wondering where he was going with this. I'm like, who? Oubre? He didn't play good. You know,
We know who
Oubre had a
we,
good game,
we could play through
but he's
Paul
not
Reed.
untouchable. We already
You know how
talked
many
about this.
He's not.
pieces we
Not
could get for Embiid, y'all? We could trade Embiid right now. Let's go.
Don't start these guys in 24/7.
So somebody
please.
had highlighted a minute ago about Kyle Lowry, and I'm already tired of this trade
Nope.
discussion.
Maybe
I
about
don't-
6 years ago. Maybe
I
about
don't-
6-7 years. I love him to death.
I don't
Are
love
we
him for
saying that?
anything, and I don't want him on the team.
Are we saying no because we have Pat Bev?
Yes.
I'm saying no
Yes.
because I think that Kyle Lowry is
So
not
we
good.
if we didn't
not a
have
good
Pat Bev,
fit. He's
if we
not a
didn't have
good
Pat,
fit.
if we didn't have Pat Bev, you wouldn't take Kyle Lowry as our backup.
Listen, this is coming from somebody.
Hold on. Let her answer that.
Oh,
Let
go ahead.
me answer it. It's not.
We,
My answer wasn't that it was Pat Bev.
well, I'm
My
asking you. I still
answer
think you have a biased opinion about this. Are you telling me that if we didn't have Pat Bev, if our backup point guard was Shake Milton still, you wouldn't want Kyle?
Okay. Wait for
Okay.
I prefer Brogdon.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. I
Okay.
definitely do too.
I prefer Brogdon. Kyle Lowry has I've never been a fan. I've never been
Wow.
a fan. I'm sorry. I've never
Wow.
been a fan, especially not when he was on that Raptors team. He flopped and he flopped and he flopped.
I think it's personal. I see it's personal. I see you get personal, Jay. It's personal.
What do y'all think? Like the scale of 1 to 100, the chances of something happening with the Sixers at the trade deadline. And
Something
when
has to happen.
wait. When I say something, I mean, do you think, not what you want, do you think they're leaning more towards getting a splash pickup, or what we've been begging for, just the correct backup center? What do y'all think?
After dealing with Daryl Morey since he's been here, I've come to learn that he's a very patient man. And he's
ain't
not
got much more patience. It's almost time.
I get it. But in the sense of, we have assets. Yes, we have assets, but are the right players going to be available for the splash at the trade deadline? And if not, are you willing to just grab a player just to grab a player and see if he fits with this unit? So I'd rather just him roll the dice and try to get a rotational piece that will fit with this team and add to it. I don't want him to take away from this team. If there were a trade for Tobias Harris out there right now, he would have took it already. If it was a great one.
I don't think Morey is going in for a splash guy. I think Morey is going in for some pieces that'll make sense for this team.
Because we look like we're good. Our
Right.
starting lineup looked like, why why fool with the starting lineup? Like for what? Why are we fooling with? I mean, granted, it's been a different starting
We've been
lineup all
fooling
year.
with it all season.
We actually have been fooling with it all season. I forgot. We got most.
I gotta
teams
ask
in the
y'all
world.
this. I know we don't normally do this, and I know y'all gonna look weird, but after a game like tonight,
If he
You're
says something
late.
about
We
giving his
already did it.
flowers,
We gave our flowers.
whoa,
We made an exception.
Hold up. Can I
So
give
go
my
ahead.
flowers?
Go
not if
ahead.
you're gonna give them to the same person I
Okay.
gave them
You're
to.
gonna give them
Okay.
to the same
I
people.
didn't even hear it, so you know this is gonna be honest.
No,
Listen, man,
we know
this
who it's
guy-
gonna be. Period, because it's you, Carl.
No. Listen, Paul Reed is out the window. Let's throw him out the window because
Okay,
that's what
good, 'cause
y'all
I already
expecting.
gave him my flowers.
Let's throw him out the window. All right.
Hold up.
To a guy
Before you
who
go,
did
before you go, who do you think Jen said?
Paul Rizza.
Who do you think I said?
Paul Rizza.
Okay, I'll let you know if you're right or wrong after you go.
I'm gonna show you how much I know ball. You're probably gonna say the guy I'm about to say right now. So haven't seen a whole lot of the game. From what I've seen, this guy has not gotten a lot of minutes this year. He has not earned a rotational spot, but I feel like he serves a role on this team. KJ Martin.
I knew you was gonna say KJ.
KJ
really?
Martin. If you watched him on defense tonight, it's a reason why Joker had a hard time tonight. This little guy, I'm saying little compared to Joker, he pushed him out of the paint numerous of times, out of position. He stayed on his back. He made him uncomfortable. He played his role perfectly tonight. I give my flowers to KJ.
See, this is the issue, Pat, with what you want to get a good 2 or 3. Melton or Batum might be in that package. We're not gonna just get a good player and be able to say, oh, we could put Oubre, Batum, and Melton on the bench. No, we're not. We're not getting a splash player without giving up pieces. Like we're gonna lose pieces. So don't just assume. I'm not saying this is what you're doing, but I feel like a lot of people are thinking, oh, if we get Levine with this team, no, it wouldn't be with this team. It would be a completely different team because we would have to trade picks for these players. I mean, players for these players. Like, come on, y'all. Like, it's not going to be the same team. I like what we got. Let's get it back up.
Right. The only player that you could possibly make what would consider somewhat of a splash, and you still would have to add players with him to make a splash, is Tobias Harris. And I just don't think at this point the Sixers going to do it. I think he serves as too of an important a role to gamble and see if you could slot somebody in that slot and play that same role. You know,
well, I
Klay
think
Thompson.
We could give up. No. Let's get the
5 years ago.
Let's get the Bogdanovich from Detroit.
I'm with it.
I keep saying it. We can go pick. We can get first round pick and get him. Oh my God, why are you sleeping?
I would love that. Because he don't love Bodan.
Back up
center.
Big.
I already said we should get Olynyk, and I would love to have Andre Drummond.
I'll be hard hitter, Smitty. I like this team, yo. I like everybody on this team except for Korkmaz some days. But I like
a lot of days.
I like every piece on this team and the way they playing and the way they gelling together. Like, it just feels this might be my favorite Sixers team since 01.
I'm going to tell you something about Korkmaz real short,
but it might be my favorite team since 01.
I don't want Jen to log off prematurely after talking about Korkmaz too long, so I'll make this quick.
We already talked about Korkmaz. I gave him some kudos. You wouldn't have believed it.
Oh, wow. I got to rewatch this. But I feel like Korkmaz is a product of being ruined by coaching and changing of, regimes. At one point, this kid really did have the confidence to really play. And I feel like with Doc coming in and just automatically, okay, you can't play. Just sat him on the end of the bench. I feel like confidence is a lot to a young player. It will make you and break you. And what we're seeing with Korkmaz, his confidence has been broken. Is this the coach that could, make his confidence get a little bit up there and play a little bit better? Nah, I don't want JaVale McGee. Crazy ass. Just some players just give me the heebie-jeebies. No. What I do Tobias for Larkin.
Who's Larkin Dan?
Marketing. I think
Larkin Dan.
I think he means marketing. And
Larkin Dan.
Would I do that? They're crazy. Don't mind them guys.
The
Both of
way
them.
she said it, she's Lark. Who is Larkin
Who is
Dan?
Larkin Dan?
Who in the world is Larkin Dan?
This is going to be on the replays on our shows. But no, will I do it? That's one of the guys I was thinking about. I would think about doing it before. But even with trading for him, if I'm the Sixers, I'm asking for another defensive piece because that's what you're missing with Tobias Harris. He's an offensive and defensive player. He does that. He does that. So, will Marketing be comfortable playing next to Joel Embiid? Who knows? Joel's a different type of cat.
I'm gonna just be honest, y'all. I don't think anybody in this league that is willing to be a third option is better than Tobias Harris.
And I don't think Laurie Markkinen
Is that what I
going
meant to say?
even up for discussion. He's playing on a winning team now. I mean, the Jazz have come a long way this season. I don't imagine them just going to be like, let's just get rid of our star player for your Korkmaz.
Is anybody better than? Well, yeah, I guess so. There's a couple.
Better than what?
That's better than Tobias as a third option. But I just don't think. I don't think I still was pondering whether I really believe that statement. And he's close. He's close, but he's not the best third option because what they doing at LA right now, the Clippers look nasty. I don't know. James Harden left all his laziness in Philly, but they look good. So I won't say he's looking better than their third option, which is James Harden right now.
I mean, to be totally honest, the one other guy that I would probably gamble to see if it's there because he's going to give you what he gives you regardless is a DeRozan. I would love to see a DeRozan play with Joel Embiid. You know, I think that would be great. He's playoff proven, something that Tobias really isn't.
My only issue with getting DeRozan, I would love DeRozan. DeRozan's an amazing player.
Right.
The only issue is it would probably be a Tobias trade, and then we just got smaller. I don't know.
They get smaller.
I don't know how I like a lineup of Maxey, DeRozan, Batum,
Yeah.
Morris, and B. I don't.
Nah. You would start Batum at the power. You would start DeRozan at the 3, and then you'll have Melton and Maxey.
I really honestly don't think that we need to trade. Well,
I hear you.
we already came about this decision before. We do not need to trade Tobias Harris. There's no reason to trade Tobias Harris.
No, it's not. It's
Last year
not.
of his contract.
Oh no, I agree.
I mean,
It's not.
come on.
It's just when he said DeRozan, I know that if it's a DeRozan package, Tobias will have to.
He has to be in it money
He
wise.
would have to be.
Yeah, he has to be in the money wise. So we'll highlight this. Teller is a vet on this show. We talked about this before. Vucevic. We all would gladly take him. Correct?
Of course.
And
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll trade a first round pick for him right now. A future first.
And damn, we had 32 minutes. I didn't even realize we over here just rapping.
Talking ball.
Hey, Carl, come on, man. We're not used to seeing you here on a Saturday, so go on, take us out of here.
I miss y'all, man. And with that being said, look up top. If y'all wonder where we at.
Wait. Before you start giving us the goodbyes, y'all. Next game's Monday.
West Coast.
It's a West Coast game. It's not till 10 o'clock. We're not going to do post-game show, but we will give you a 1-hour pre-game show. So join us at 9 o'clock Eastern time on Monday. Go ahead, Carl.
You heard it here first. And now hear this. If you wonder where we're at, look up top. We are on Eat Sleep Sixers on Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. We relied on word of mouth advertisements. So, Jen, what do we expect people to do now in our 4th year?
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Eat Sleep Sixers podcast. Please subscribe to the channel, give us a like, leave us a comment, and show us some love.
And BG, since you put me on the spot the other day, if they didn't understand that in English, please let them know in a different language.
Well, as you know, my first language is Espanol, so no te olvides, a decirle a un amigo, que la diga a un amigo, que la diga a una amiga. Wepa, let's go Sixers. Tough loss tonight, but we be fight. We'll be back. We'll see y'all pregame on Monday. We can Wepa.